I mean, if he were to come to you, you know, a few years from now, and he were to say, listen, you know, mommy, was crack more important than me? What's going to be your response to that?
I have to tell him. I tell him at the moment, yeah. It is what it is. You know?
What do you think he's going to think when he hears you say that? So, I mean, if she would have happened to be watching this video right now, do you have a message for her?
Is she watching this video right now?
She's watching it right now.
Is she?
Well, this isn't live, but when she's watching it, she'll be watching it.
I'm gonna say I would tell her that, you know.
What's up, YouTube? Hit the like button, share the video. Now back to the content.
What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with the update. So how you doing today, sweetie?
I'm okay.
All right. Yeah, so you recognize me. I was just doing some interviews, and we interviewed about 9 months ago.
Right.
And so how long have you been homeless?
Been homeless for about 3 or 4 months now.
3 or 4 months? What happened 3 or 4 months ago that made you go from having a roof over your head to being out on the street?
I was in an abusive relationship.
Okay.
And it was toxic.
Okay. And so you was living with that person?
Yes.
Was that a man?
Yes.
Okay. How long had you guys been together?
For 5 years.
Alrighty, so since you was about 31 or so?
Yes.
All right, do you have any kids?
Yes.
How many?
I have 2. One is deceased and one is with my mom.
Okay, and so condolences about the one that's deceased. How old is the one that's with your mom?
He's 1.
1? Okay. And so was that with the abusive relationship?
Yes.
Okay. And so as far as him being a dad, is he in the child's life?
No.
Why not?
Because he's blaming me for what I do, and the reason he don't want to come around because of my addiction.
Okay, what is your addiction?
Crack and marijuana, alcohol.
Okay. And so how's everything been since the interview?
The same.
The same?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, what's going on? Why haven't there been any improvements?
Because I've been just doing what I want to do. Doing what I want to do.
And so when was the last job that you had? How old were you?
The last job I just had was at Emory University recently, a week ago.
How long?
At Emory University about a week ago.
About a week ago? So you just lost your job?
Well, I ain't gonna say I lost it, I just kind of quit.
Why'd you quit?
Because of my addiction.
Okay. So I guess some people would say, well, if you quit, then you lose the ability to fund the addiction.
Right.
So why would that make you quit? Seemed like the incentive would be opposite.
I mean, I was getting on the bus going to work, and I ended up out over here.
Okay, so basically, you was on the way to work, and you ended up making a pit stop, kind of in a trap, and ended up, you know, smoking some dope and saying, F it?
Yeah, basically.
So what are you doing for income now? Do you?
Sometime.
Okay. When was the last time you?
Yesterday.
Okay. So, I mean, let me ask about that. So, I mean, as far as the sex work part, right? Do you enjoy doing that?
I don't, but I do what I have to do to, you know, to survive.
Well, I mean, some people would.
Habit.
Okay, so supporting your habit is what it is. And we're talking about crack, right?
Right.
Okay. And so, I mean, how much would you figure that you know, smoke a day? How much money do you spend a day on crack?
Between probably $60.
60? And what?
And crack.
About $60 or so? Okay. How much do you make, you know, doing the work that you do?
Well, from
You gotta speak up just a little bit.
$40, $50.
Per person?
Mm-hmm.
How many people on an average day do you think you see?
1 or 2.
1 or 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, so at this point, right? Do you like actually enjoy the intercourse that you have with them?
No.
What's going through your mind when you're having intercourse with these guys?
I wish I didn't have to live like this. I wish I didn't have to do this. I wish I was never introduced to drugs.
Well, I mean, and let me ask, because I mean, you say 40, 50 bucks, and you see maybe 2 people a day. That's like $100, 80 to $100 a day.
Mm-hmm.
You spend 60 on crack. So, I mean, honestly, you can get a job making $100 a day. Well, why don't you just do that?
Well, because I'm not stable. It's hard for me to put one foot in front of the other when I'm not stable. I don't have anywhere to stay, to live. So,
And so,
might sound like an excuse, but that's a real excuse. It's just what it is.
well, I mean, so
I burnt my bridges. So.
Well, I was about to say, let's talk about that, because I don't quite remember what it was from last time. But where are your, like, is your mom and dad, they still living?
Yes, well, I don't know about my daddy, but my mom is living. She stays on River. She stays in Ellerwood.
Okay, and so you say that's the bridge that's burned?
Yes.
What happened?
I mean, I kept doing the same shit. I mean, I kept relapsing. I let him down. You know.
Okay. And so what was the deal as far as like your dad again? Like, was he in your life? Was he active or anything like that?
No.
No? Okay. I mean, what effect do you think that had on your life growing up and your life now?
Well, he was on drugs, so I think that when I'm out here, it reminds me of me doing what my dad was doing, stealing and all kind of stuff. And so when I'm clean, I'm doing my mom. You know.
So I mean, and I don't remember what age was you say you started crack at 22, right?
Yes.
And what was the circumstances of that? Why'd you do crack at 22?
Because I was introduced to it. I was curious.
And so who was it that introduced you to it?
Some guy, some older guy.
Just some random older guy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, like I say, I think I said this last time, but we're close to the same age. So we come from a generation where we knew what crack was. We knew like crackheads and all that type of stuff. What made you curious about it?
I don't know about this.
I mean, is there some other deeper pain that you're running away from?
It probably is, but I can't quite put my finger on it right now.
I mean, if you had to guess, what's going on, brother? Give me a second, man. I don't want you too close behind me like that. So as far as it goes, right? If you had to guess, or if you had to just take a second and think about it, what do you think that is? What are you running from?
Probably just fear of the unknown, because I'm used to messing up.
So it's just like a pattern at this point.
Yeah.
A pattern that you're
Vicious
comfortable
cycle.
with.
Yeah.
I mean, are we content with our life just going that way for the rest of life?
I'm not content.
So what are we gonna do?
I'm gonna try to get into a program. Well, I was supposed to have been going to a program about a week or so ago. But I didn't have a ride to have all my clothes to go to the office with. You know, I asked my mom. She said, she didn't say no, but she, you know.
What did she say?
She didn't say nothing. She told me to get on the bus.
She didn't want to give you a ride?
Mm-mm.
To the rehab?
Mm-mm.
So did she see the video last time?
Yeah.
What was her thoughts? What was her reactions?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, how do you know she saw it then?
Because she told me.
Okay, how did
her
that?
friends to seen it too.
And so how did that conversation go, or how did that, you know, whatever it was?
I mean, she said I need to do better. She believed in me still, but I need to do better. She said she believed in me, and you know, I need to do better.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, if she would have happened to be watching this video right now, do you have a message for her?
Is she watching this video right now?
She's watching it right now.
Is she?
Well, this isn't live, but when she's watching
say,
it, she'll be watching it.
I'm
So
gonna say I would tell her that, you know.
look her in the camera.
I apologize for being a big fuck up. I mean, when she's taking care of my child, you know, and I'm sorry for letting her down. You know, I really let her down.
Do you have a message for your child?
I love you, Darvion, and I will get stronger someday. I don't know when. I love my son.
When was the last time you saw him?
It was on Christmas.
And before that, when was the last time?
I don't know. Probably about about 3-4 weeks ago, about a month, because we went. My mom went to my mom's house, and we went to the doctor. He had a doctor's visit, so I went with her. Yeah.
So, I mean, if he were to come to you, you know, a few years from now, and he were to say, "Listen, you know, mommy, was crack more important than me?" What's going to be your response to that?
I have to tell him. I tell him at the moment, yeah. It is what it is. Yeah.
What do you think he's going to think when he hears you say that?
Terrible mom.
How does that make you feel?
Like shit. Like shit.
Does it give you enough internal motivation to want to reverse?
Yeah, it does. And I said that after my birthday is on the 28th, I'm not going to do what I do anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, we know that it rarely works out that way, right?
Yeah, but it's a new year. I believe in myself.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that when we put those dates on it and stuff like that, it's like we try to go out with a bang, and it never quite works out like that. Like a lot of times when people finally do stop, they just kind of stop.
Right.
You know, so all right. Well, listen, I mean, if anybody out there did want to reach out, help, or donate, do you have a way they could do that? Do you have social media, Cash App, anything like that?
I have none of that.
None? All right, sweetie. Well, listen, we really appreciate you. We definitely wish you nothing but the best out here, okay?
Thank you.
Make sure you have a good one, sweetie, all right?
You too.
All right.
Bless.
No doubt.